This is part 3, Bonhoeffers principle and the online labor market. How you can't rate the food when you never listen to diners. Hi, my name is Sarah Trumbull. I'm the founder and CEO of the Job Applicant Perspective, the first anonymous Google reviews for job ads across the US. I'm actively pushing a paradigm shift on a bootstrap founder's, income. So any likes, follows, and shares are appreciated. This is a level of marketing awareness, as well as the chance for me to edit my own upcoming blog. These blogs are being read by people from the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, labor market economists from Ivy Leagues, and state schools across the country. It's upcoming. You're welcome to give me feedback too. Starting from a little before where I left off. For the last 2 decades, labor market economists and policymakers have relied almost exclusively on one-sided signals. Job postings assumed to represent real demand, wages assumed to represent worker leverage, ATS analytics assumed to represent efficiency, and platform dashboards assumed to represent truth. Meanwhile, platforms like Indeed, LinkedIn, and Greenhouse weren't measuring hires at all. They were measuring engagement, not outcomes. Their incentive was to maximize churn, not matches. But job seekers were living in a different reality entirely. Ghost jobs, roles posted endlessly but never filled. Broken funnels, resumes uploaded into ATS black holes. Scams, duplicates, and fake ads designed to drive clicks and harvest data. Exhaustion and disengagement from after 500 plus unanswered applications. These signals, the lived experience of the people inside the system, were erased from the models entirely. And when you ignore the only people who can see the cracks forming, the system becomes blind to its own basic market dysfunction. It's a gigantic mansion built without a fire alarm. And worse, it trained itself to shush the people trying to warn it. The Great Gaslighting. This wasn't just an academic failure. It became a policy failure, a media failure, and ultimately a cultural failure. Policymakers leaned on false prosperity narratives, inflated job postings, platform-fed metrics to justify cutting unemployment and withdrawing pandemic supports. Economists blamed worker disengagement and laziness when the real culprit was trust collapse in a system running on fake signals. Media outlets amplified the "nobody wants to work anymore" storyline without questioning who controlled the underlying data, frequently citing reports and dashboards produced by platforms like Indeed's Hiring Lab or LinkedIn's Economic Graph, whose business models profit from churn. Millions of people were actively harmed by this disconnect, but worse, they were gaslit into believing the harm was their fault. Families drained their savings, parents carried shame they didn't earn, communities fractured under narratives blaming individual work ethic for structural dysfunction. Part 4 coming next.